Hi, my name is Nick from Tabletop Duo, and today you will learn how to play Uno Splash. Setup. Choose a dealer and shuffle the cards. Deal 7 cards to each player. Place the remaining cards face down in the center of play and flip over the top card to start the discard pile. And now you're ready to learn how to play. The object of the game is to be the first player to get rid of all the cards in your hand and score 500 points over multiple rounds. The player to the left of the dealer goes first and then play proceeds clockwise. On your turn, you must match a card from your hand to the card on top of the discard pile, either by number, color, or symbol. If a player does not have a card that matches the one on the discard pile, they must take a card from the draw pile. And if the card you picked can be played, you are free to play it on the same turn. Otherwise, play moves to the next player. Now let's go through the action cards. When the draw 2 card is played, the next player must draw 2 cards and lose their turn. If a skip card is played, the next player loses their turn. When you play a reverse card, the direction of play is reversed. For example, if the order of play was moving clockwise, it now moves counterclockwise and vice versa. The wild card matches any card that is on the top of the discard pile, and when played, the player who played it gets to choose the color that continues play. When the wild draw 4 is played, the player who played it gets to choose the color that continues play. Then, the next player must draw 4 cards from the draw pile and lose their turn. However, a player may only play this card when they do not have another card in hand that matches the color on the discard pile. Players can bluff and play it even if the rule is not respected, but if another player challenges the play, the challenged player must show their hand. If the challenged player is innocent, the player that challenged them must draw 6 cards. If the challenged player is guilty, they must draw 4 cards. The moment a player has 1 card in their hand, they must yell Uno to alert the other players. If they don't yell Uno and they are caught before the next player begins their turn, they must draw 2 cards. The first player to get rid of all of their cards wins the round. The player receives points according to the hands the opponents are left holding following the table below. Once the score for the round has been tallied, if no player has reached 500 points, reshuffle the cards and begin a new round. When a player reaches 500 points, they win. And that's how you play Uno Splash. If you like Uno, check these other tutorials on screen. Uno has a lot of fun variations. Thanks for watching and see you next time.